They're building a raid tower inside the compound. There's lava here. No! Oh no!
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to Rustoria Base Invaders, sponsored by RustyBot. I'm Grifftastic, and joining me in the caster's booth today is Bigfoot. Bigfoot, how you doing?
I'm pretty good, mate. How you doing out there?
Just fine myself, and today we are excited because it has been a while since our last Base Invaders course, 1 month, and we are starting out the attack phase now with Crazy Team in first place with 5 points. I'm excited for this Base Invaders.
Yeah, man, we got six-man squads tonight. It should be a pretty good one, like action-packed and all that, and we haven't really been watching the bases get built so much today, so it's going to be a little bit of a surprise for us when we move around the map and see what people have managed to knock together in the build phase. Like you said, just a minute or so in the attack phase already, and people are starting to get kills on the board. Crazy Team with 7 points so far. The hard point is also active. And maybe it's Crazy Team over here. Yes, it is. That might be why their kills are getting up. But we've also got Euro contesting for it alongside Sky G.
See the entirety of the Sky G squad now moving on to the hard point there. You can see their names running up the hill as Crazy Team and Euro are about to have a massive squad run up on them as they fight for the hard point now. MVB hold up on a corner there. He's looking for any shot on Dawn. He's trying to hold the point, but he sees Sky G now coming up on him, and I think he realizes that this is not exactly a fair fight going in his favor. Here's Crazy Team now moving up to a barricade. He's going to get shot at by Sky G, though. He's going to fire shots back to hopefully counteract, but he's going to move in until they both fire up on each other. And MVP is going to get the kill on Dawn, giving Euro the hardpoint control for now. But we are probably going to see some other teams try and contest the point.
I think that was the last little bit of Crazy Team there as Euro managed to take control. Patrol helicopter is destroyed by Garnucci elsewhere on the map. Sky G's only player to make a move into the actual hardpoint gets taken out immediately. It's looking pretty comfortable for Euro so far.
Absolutely, Euro in third place, with 6 points now from controlling hardpoint. But we can see Nas over there, Ray's now moving in. I thought I saw a teammate of his behind him. This could be a team possibly trying to contest the hardpoint. It does look like we are getting shot back by another base, but it does look like we are going to be focusing on heli.
As soon as that producer finds the actual heli, but it's camouflaged there inside that purple circle. Camouflaged so well because it's actually managed to land inside the compound of Garnucci, and these are the guys that took it down. So that's really nice takedown for them. There's one box locked outside. There's one box on their gate. They might have to ladder up to that or build up to that, but shouldn't be a problem for them. And an extremely hard heli to counter. Someone might sneak up and get the points for that singular box, but those 3 boxes on the inside are looking pretty secure. Wait there. Is that 4 boxes on the inside and 1 on the outside? Do I count 5 boxes?
Oh, you do. 5 boxes. 2 on the inside, 2 on the gate, and 1 outside. That isn't. I usually think it's 4, but could be wrong. Those 2 boxes on the gate are probably going to provide ourselves as a rather nuisance for the team, as it is going to be hard considering the barbed wire and such doing damage to you as you go up. But all in all, isn't a huge problem, as this is going to be a very secure heli for Ganarchi here.
Yeah, I mean, we came out here to the heli looking for action, but I'm not sure if anyone's even going to bother countering that. We do see a couple of Yomp players, Solo and 102, making a move over the horizon, but I don't think they can really get much of this, especially with Mr. Bean out there going to get that first crate, I guess. As soon as that first crate is got, they can just go back inside the compound. But what's Solo got up his sleeve here? He does see he's going to send some shots on Ados. Yeah, Zoka does get taken down long range. Nice beam there from Yomp.
Team is now going to be firing back on the team as we see it looks like another teammate coming to back them up. Here's Fulcrum running up the hill to hopefully back Solo as he holds the angle from a wood wall. Ganucci is going to go on the roof again, firing back shots, providing some cover fire to keep their teammates safe as they grab their teammates' loot. Now, again, they can't really get points here unless they somehow manage to ladder over the wall into the compound and grab the crates, which would be an absolute insane play, but also very much impossible, as we see now another member, Scuba Steve, come to back up their team. We do see the one crate, though, still on the outside.
Doesn't look like Garnucci got really much to shoot from. I mean, they haven't really got any peek outs, like no windows, nothing. They're just, if you're up there, and you've got to take that fight full on. If you want cover, you've got to jump straight back down and climb back up the ladder. It doesn't like the most ideal way to cover from your base, but they've pushed out, which is a little bit more ideal. And of course, those boxes still not claimed completely yet. So Yonpa looking to do something, but I just don't think they're going to really be able to get away with much with those boxes being inside the compound. Scuba Steve taken down as 64. Solo's been taken down a little bit. Fulcrum on another angle. I mean, they have a good setup with 3 different angles going on, but then again, so do Garnucci, and like I said, those boxes are pretty secure.
Absolutely, and reiterating back to the roof, this is something that we've seen before in Base Invaders, where the team really just doesn't have that good roof peaks, right? And that, again, is a huge, severe disadvantage where the teams are able to peek from walls, but they have to run all the way back and jump down, giving the other team that opportunity to get more damage in as they run away. You really need those good window peaks, door peaks, really anything at that point. But it does look like they've pushed up to Yomo as 2 members go down, and it's just up left to Solo. He's fighting up against Papiga. I think that's how you say that. Solo looting his teammate's body for meds. Gonna be peeking out through cover. It does look like he's gonna get a kill on another teammate, but he is gonna grab, I believe, at least a little bit of damage to Papiga. Again, looting his teammate, grabbing meds, ammo, his gun. He's going to get rained on from the Ganarchi base. He's going to wall himself off a little bit more. He's looking at his garden just in case anybody tries to rush him. But we see Papiga now running up on his flank as he goes down to Mr. Bean. That does look like that would be it for Yomo.
Yeah, you haven't been taken out there. And elsewhere on the map, we've seen Euro. They must be holding down the hard point quite well because they've got up to 36 kills now. One of them on a kill streak. Let's have a little look if they're still there. Yeah, it does look like Euro's still inside that hard point, not letting anyone else get inside. Sky G haven't managed to. And Crazy Team who were there at the start. I can't see them around right now. There's 2 of them down there, actually. You got Don Dollars and the Russian guy as well. And then they're right up in the grill of those 4 Sky G players. Fescum got a little bit more distant away. Not really too much of an angle there on anyone. But This is also a very, very densely populated area for bases. That's 3 bases looking to get the hardpoint area under control. Nors as well. Nice little spiky thing here. Looks like some sort of crown. And then that was some sort of attempt at building a spawn point as well, but not really sure why Nors would do that when their base is so close to it anyway, but either way. Yeah, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases right around hardpoint, and 1 more just to the southeast as well. So hardpoint could actually be hard to hold, you might think, with this many bases around, but so far, Euro have been doing an excellent job.
That Sky G base in the background, that compound is massive. But, like, it does look like they're going to be selling Naz's base, though. From the hardpoint, applying pressure to hopefully pick up some extra kills. It doesn't look like they're going to be finding too many people as they continue to hold that hardpoint. Not too many members inside the point. A couple of them, of course, branching out, trying to cover, getting vantages on the other bases. But again, secure grip on the hardpoint for now. But of course, as you said before, 6 bases around, we could see a lot of contest towards the hardpoint, maybe a little bit later in the attack phase. And I'm wondering about the impacts of the points from the hardpoint on Euro's reputation, if you say. Because going into raid phase, say they hold the hardpoint the entire time, it is going to put a target on their back as they will be at top of the leaderboard. As it does look like they're going to be continuing a little bit of assault on Nas base. As they are
very long range fights going on right now, isn't it?
Absolutely. We can see Crazy Team now and Nas all firing from their cover. Wood walls, stone compound, anything that they can really get behind, hopefully get advantage on Euro. Euro is just tearing it up right now.
Yeah, they're up to 49 points now, and we have seen this sort of pattern in base invaders where if someone manages to take the attack phase with loads of points on the hard point, they don't really seem to like manage to stay in the top 3 or 5 when it comes to the raid phase. Maybe because they haven't been gathering as many raid resources, or maybe just because their talents lie elsewhere more in PvP. But although the hard point is a good way to get early points, we've never really seen someone go on to win base invaders with that early pointage gained from the hard point. So it'll be interesting to see that mixed up a little bit today with Euro. Got monkeys coming in as well from the distance there. Massey and Falentone. Don't know where their base is, but it's probably reasonably close by. Maybe it's the one that was further down in the southeast, but no, it's up on this hill here. It's one of the 6 that just surrounds hardpoint. We just haven't seen them really take part in this hardpoint yet, but it looks like they're going to try and get involved.
Absolutely, you can see most of the team now moving in as Euro MVP again raining down fire to try and take down monkeys here. As they does look like they are getting dropped down in a little bit of health as they move up, but Lucy's going to take some damage from Massey. They're looking for any kind of cover as they move up, running around the hill, favoring that sort of steeper angle. Lunark actually went down. It does look like he has a teammate against the compound as well. Now it does look like there's only 3 monkeys left to go and take the point. 4 Euro members on point that we can see currently. It does look like they are favoring for some kind of flank treatment. There's Delta now joining them. Gods, a new team has moved in. We can see Baba Yaga there in the distance.
No way, he managed to get himself up there. Very lucky for Larnak there. Going to be able to move back in and join the rest of the team now, making that move into the hard point. As you said, Gods are moving in as well. Monkeys seem to be sticking quite close together, making this rotation around, trying to find angles on who's inside. But now Mr. Coco's in there. Euro have got quite a lot to deal with, but they have managed to get quite high on the points so far. 57, that's 15 points ahead of the second place Crazy team. And as the monkeys make this rotation, they are going to try and take that point incrementation off of Euro, because Euro's seem to be getting it pretty steadily. But whilst Gods are in there, the Euro's points won't be going up.
100%. We can see the Gods are trying their best to contest. It doesn't look like they lasted too long. It does look like MVP there got a double kill on the last 2. Now, it does look like monkeys again are going in for another skirmish here on the hard point. They're doing what they can. They keep getting back up from their team, but they just keep falling down. They're getting shot at from a different angle, so they rain down fire back. They just can't seem to get onto the hard point. They keep getting close. They just can't seem to get on the hard point. We see Euro MVP now looking flank, making sure his team doesn't get run up on, and I think that is a smart decision, as we can see 3 NAS members now coming in from their base to the hard point. 4 now backed up by Rays. Could be a huge fight.
Yeah, there's a lot for Euro to deal with from so many different angles, but it's like, I mean, so far they just haven't really had it taken off since we saw them first take that hard point. All this pressure, they've managed to stay maintained and keep control of this. So up to 68 points now, 28 points ahead of Crazy Team, and then more than double third place of Scam. Garnucci trailing behind as well on 24. Patrol helicopters taken down by Garnucci again. I wonder if they've managed to get that inside their compound again. But like, that's how they're in 4th place right now, because they managed to get those 5 crates, wasn't it? So maybe they did lose 1 crate because they're only on 24 points. Maybe that's 4 kills and 4 crates. Or maybe they haven't picked it up yet. Maybe they're just still left it lying around on top of one of the walls. But yeah, we do go over there and see if they manage to land it inside their compound again. Or if it's just going to be nearby. It does look like it's actually over towards airfield this time. I think that's next to a different squad's base, if I'm correct. Yeah, it's next to Yomp's base, the team that did try and steal it off them last time.
Yomp now with the advantage, and this could play out differently from last time, as we see Scuba Steve now rolling up and setting down walls so that he can hopefully maintain and hold the copter. But we can see the entire Yomp team is now in their base, probably gearing up to go and help their teammate take this copter. But Scuba Steve is going to get shot at from tower by Mr. Bean and ... but he's going to need to go down immediately from the left as he gets finished and shot. Now Garnucci basically is a free copter, nobody else holding it at the moment that we can see. Does look like they are going to be firing down from their base though, as more shots fire. This could be a huge fight again at the helicopter between the two. Solo now at 20 health, barely made it out of there alive. Dezoker On the right, appears to be holding that angle, pinning Solo down, but 102 is now firing on Easy Fears. It's got a wall down now. Ganucci is now moved up and has taken the helicopter. Yomp now needs to launch an offensive attack on the copter, taking it back and putting down walls so they can take this heli.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there is a lot they can do with Garnucci covering so many angles. And even though they've left the towers, I mean, it is a really good place to take down a heli is airfield. You know, you've got those towers built up for you already to cover it, but they're looking to maintain control, actually closer on the ground towards that helicopter, and they're starting to cover the gaps in the wall. And as they move towards the helicopter, it does look like it's pretty secure. Those flames will be going out pretty soon as well. Yomp, probably a bit lost of what to do now. They've got to maybe just make one big push, covered from someone from the roof. Mr. Bean is taken down very, very low, but not killed. And yeah, it's going to be very difficult for Yomp to regain control. Instead of having one player by those walls earlier on, if they had like a few, they might have been able to last a little bit longer. But as soon as that singular player, I think it was Scuba Steve, got taken down, they lost control, and Garnucci just rushed in and get it for themselves.
Absolutely, we can see now most of the team is sort of now laying down fire. We can see 102 from the roof, and we just saw a member get mowed down on the on cover there. As you can see, Fulcrum playing from peaks on the base. This is a different set of a compound that we're used to. This is a full metal built from TC compound rather than a stone wall. This is rather different, as we can see different wall peaks there, and very, very different from what we're used to.
I mean, yeah, I like it. There could be a little bit more peakage built into that wall even. Maybe they didn't have time to finish it off, or it's not including the design completely, but there's a lot more you could do with this wall. The basis of it is great. You can just walk straight in and out, I think. Surely that gap's big enough to walk straight in and out. Maybe it's just too small, but even if it is too small, it looks like you might be able to get pushed through it. I don't know. We'll wait yet to see the details, but they're using the gatehouses. They have built gatehouses too, so I'm guessing that's what they're using to get in and out. And maybe that wall, that gap is just too small to fit through as a player.
Could be. We did see one member helping a car. Maybe a little bit of a car push, but some of the fire is now going out, which is allowing Garnucci to grab those crates. Euro is still in first place now with 91 points, 41 points ahead of Crazy Team, which is a huge lead going into raid. But now Garnucci now again raining down fire on Yomp, cover fire, making sure that they can't push up. We see two members on the flank over there on the left. Now right, Garnucci. Now here's Mr. Bean, of course. I believe he's in airfield now, running down to help his team. But we are going to be seeing some AK Bullets 5 between Penny and I believe Yomp 102, possibly Fulcrum. It does look like Garnucci is going to have full heli control as the rest of the fire now. 3 flames left. They are going to be probably securing those crates and grabbing those points.
Yeah, Garnucci look like a good squad. They look like they've got good comms, you know. They're sticking together in like 2s and 3s and making good maneuvers around the map with great positioning, probably communicating really well. Imagine to get control of that heli pretty easy. I can't see Yomp doing anything to stop them finishing these crates off and walking away. They're up to 41 points now, nearly half of Euro, and they've mostly done that just with crates. I mean, yeah, the heli can get you a lot of points if you get them both, especially. Looking around the map, you see quite a lot in the south area towards the snowy zones. Probably a little bit of fighting going on here. Most bases seem pretty finished for once. I mean, we haven't seen an unfinished base, which we often get. I mean, every week there tends to be 1 or 2 people that just didn't really quite manage to build up, but often that isn't the 3 or 4 mans where people are a bit more challenged for build time. The 6 mans, much easier to have like 1, 2 dedicated builders getting the base completely finished. A little bit of twig left on that, but it is pretty much finished. Here we have the Investors as well, and there's BLI base. It's maybe possible that they're looking to get like scouting out for an early raid or starting to get control of door camping, because there is only 10 minutes left of attack phase. And what we do often see is teams trying to maintain control of an enemy base, getting ready for when that attack phase finishes and starting the raid like the second the raid phase starts. Last month we had a TC gone in 5-10 seconds, I think it was. We were actually following a raid where we thought it might happen straight away, and it did happen straight away, but a different raid on a different part of the map, unfortunately for like clipping it or whatever. But yeah, there was a TC gone in the first 10 seconds of the game last month.
And we nearly had a repeat again. We saw Investors get all the way into the compound due to an open door, and who's going to go in now? This could be detrimental to the BLI team.
Yeah, that guy's going in, like just that one just there.
Here's
Go and
who.
take. Oh, well, you know, let's just credit where credit's due.
God.
You can't hear our producer. That was a pun from our producer there. You know, that wasn't my pun. I was just repeating what you guys didn't hear. What I get to hear in my little earphone here. I've got the pun brigade and the cameraman all in one go.
We saw another attack heli now spawning. This could be yet another. This could
Carnucci.
be another heli for Carnucci. That would be an amazing. That would be amazing for Carnucci because it's a lot of free points and a lot of gear starting it off.
Is it marked? Is it marked on them? I don't know if it's marked on our map. The heli. Yeah. Is it marked on the map though? Do we get it marked on the map when it's just flying around, or only when it's downed?
We get the little icon, that little spinning heli when it's on the map,
Right,
but it's
soon,
rather hard to track.
I mean, it'll be
Now
out in the ocean right now, like just out of spawn.
Investors with full control over that BLI team. As we zoom over to FT, looks to be in a little bit of a early skirmish with the best. So we see, as we do see them all now on the mountain, we see the entirety of the best team now rolling up onto wood cover from the mountain, raining down on the on the team's base, as we see Espinanti get down really fast. Obviously taking the fast road as he breaks all of the bones in his legs, but somehow manages to walk it off. And I mean, credit where credit is due, good for him. Now Numb looting up on his teammate's body, possibly for a fight off of Ev.
Let's get a close. Let's get a close with these two damn bodies. Look at oh no, it's too late. They were looking pretty funny, man. Some sort of Rust Karma Sutra down there, but they just de-render just as I started to get interested in what position they were rocking.
See Numb now firing on Spinanti there to see best. They are going to be placing bags down now on the mountain. This could be a sign for an early raid on FT. As we see spawn points going down, maybe some boxes. We see some loot being dropped for teammates. They're looking for anybody at this point.
It's going to be the challenge for our producer again every month to catch that first raid in the first 10 seconds. There's always one, but it's so hard to know exactly where it's going to happen. I'm sure there'll be something again. But Euro, I wonder if they're still in the hard point or they've moved on. You know, like maybe they really should. I mean, what I think we should start to see is these hard point players, like who managed to get the high leads to start out with, like Euro. They should take the last 10 minutes, 5 minutes. You know, they've got their point lead. They should go and prepare for a raid, because if you're just in the hard point the whole time, you're not going to have as many raid materials as the other teams that have been out farming or crafted up the stuff they need to start those early raids. It's not like the hard point has a crate or anything. There was a little brief period of base invaders a couple of years ago. We had crates spawning on the map. I don't think that lasted too long, but it was similar to a hard point, but you would get boom and stuff out the back of it. So it's a little bit different, you know. But we've been through a lot of different phases of meta, and right now we are just in the PvP hard point. And then if you want to go get your raid materials, you got to farm and pick stuff up. And here we have the heli right back down again. It looks like MQ have taken it this time, not Garnucci. Euro have actually moved away from the hard point to maybe counter this heli, which is an interesting change up of their tactics so far. Looking like they're sending a few shots down, taking one player down to 64 HP, but not managing to get the kill just yet.
So we see MQ now locking down this helicopter as they are trying to do the best that they can with only 2 members. But we see Garnucci in the distance now, rolling onto the back of Euro. Could we see the triple heli take from Garnucci?
The heli hoggers themselves, God. They really love helis, don't they? I mean, it's done them all right. They're in 5th place just with smashing out the helis. You know, 5 points a box. Why do you need a PvP when you can just get all the boxes on the map? But I definitely think this is a slightly more challenging heli for them to take than the last 2 situations with Sydenham, where they had easy control against Yomp. I mean, they do have the high ground. They've just got to get through 1 Euro player to get the high ground down to the heli. Those flames won't last too much longer, though, and they're going to have to make quick work of this if they do want to steal those boxes. And there is only 2 MQ players as well, so if they can take down Ethereum, get that high ground, and start aiming down on MQ, they might have a chance.
Lil Pick. Now rolling in on the mini copter. Could possibly see a little bit of a contest on the heli, but I think he just might be flying towards his base. We are going to see, I believe, another Euro member come in, but much more Garnucci as they come to take this next heli. MQ still holding down that broken heli body, as you see the last of Euro get wiped out by Garnucci. It does look like they're going to be looking for any kind of vantage. There's only 2 members as Easy starts the rain of fire down. 30 health left on one of these members. Unfortunately, these names are in a language that I cannot speak. Oh, massive damage going towards them now as one member goes down, two members go down, and
Nice,
Carlucci with the
Carlucci.
triple heli take.
I can't believe it, mate. I thought that was a little bit harder, but yeah, as soon as they got that high ground, they wiped out that Euro player. There was only 2 players left to take out, and they've done it. They've got the triple heli take in the attack phase. That's going to put them in pretty steady positions for the point board right now. And seeing a little pick fly over just made me think of some upcoming meta, which yet to know if it's going to be incorporated into Base Invaders or not. But let's talk parachutes, man. Like, imagine if Little Pick just managed to parachute down from that heli and get some boxes. Like, it could be really interesting to see parachutes in Base Invaders. And of course, you've got parachuting onto people's roofs. Like, obviously, if they do include parachutes into the Base Invaders, it will change the meta quite a bit, as will weapon racks, which are on staging right now. That's going to be a lot easier to kit up weapons from bedrooms and outside doors and stuff. It's things are going to be changing a lot, as they always are in Rust. And we did see a lot of content creators farming that tugboat update the past month or so, but I don't think tugboats are going to be a thing in Base Invaders unless someone wants to make a full archipelago map and have strictly tugboat Base Invaders, but that ain't going to happen, man. We're going to stick with the normal bases, I'm sure.
One of my dream things for the parachute is you load up your entire team in the back of a Scrappy in Base Invaders, and then they all jump out of the Scrappy onto the team's base with parachutes, negating all that fall damage and just have the immediate roof control. I think that would be a fun way of introducing those parachutes. But you're going to be zooming over to a different fight. We see Nihao with a rather strange looking base. Now, it is
it didn't really change the meta having these colors, but it definitely changes what stuff looks like. It's quite, it's nice aesthetic design, especially with the black and red boxes on the roof. A little bit of flair, a little bit of color, just to garnish the top of that base.
Yes, yeah. Jorgen here. FT and the best are going to continue this skirmish now. I believe BLI is going to be joining in as they have fought off their the investors now. They are going to be joining into this massive fight here in the middle. We see FT the best. And now BLI now joining the fight. We see a quick skirmish between Avet and Diego. Now zooming in on Pekka. Pekka's now going down to 40 health. He's looking for some kind of any opportunity here to maybe join up with some teammates, hopefully getting some more cover. Does look like he's going to be looting a little bit of a bag. We see BLI 0-0 moving in, getting a quick couple of shots off. He's probably going to be rolling up on Pekka here. No gun out. He just doesn't see him. He takes a massive amount of damage.
This is a fun little battle. So many walls down, so many different teams hanging about. Do you see the best in 7th place, BLI in 8th place? So there's a little bit of competition here to get ahead of each other. FT can't actually see them on the leaderboard just yet in the top 10, but they will be further down, of course. 1 minute 40 left, and we'll be starting the raid phase. So someone somewhere is going to be ready with Boom, ready to start a raid immediately, but we're not sure exactly where that could be. We haven't done a full base by base tour yet, but now things are getting underway. There isn't really time, and we'll just follow the action as it goes on. There's a lot of action in that attack phase, but now only 1 minute left to go and 17 seconds, and the boom will begin.
Obviously, I feel like it's now dominating this little FFA of wood walls as Nom takes down, I believe, the last F team member, as now both teams, I believe, have been sort of sent back into their base. We see BLI 000 moving in naked as he's going to be looking for some kind of gun. BLI Catalyst, the 14th now there as well. Diego is going to take down 000, and the best is really now holding this central area here as we see Nom pushing up to the compound. 37 seconds left on attack. FT Spidanti looking for anything here. So you see Nom now holding this compound door. FT Nunu, I like their base design. I like the peaks that they have, but it just doesn't seem like they're utilizing them all that much. See F3 Shed looking for a gun, possibly getting that huge flank on Nom. Could be box could relinquish sort of him of that door control. He's going to be running back around, doing really anything here. He's got a gun. He's going to look for that vantage on Numb as he runs up. And hardpoint's no longer active as raid begins, and he's going to grab None, and that is going to free FT of that door control. And raid has now started. And let's see which team drops first, as you were saying.
You know, if we do look at this map, we will see exactly where a raid. There's a red marker up there, but there's not a base in the middle of it. What does that mean? Does that mean doesn't mean the TC's already gone, does it? We see, yeah, rocketing a platform. So a little bit, yeah. Okay, there's not a base there. Sign of a raid going on though. It does look like MQ might be suffering a raid from Euro. It's possible. MQ do have a base like right out in the middle of nowhere. No one's surrounding them, so people might be looking at this base on the map and going, well, that's a good base to start and try and raid without seeing too much of a counter. We see Euro with 2 walls down on this side.
Such an early raid on MQ, and a strange base design as well, but it does look like they're not even going to be going for doors. I think their plan here is just to go straight through the wall, making a giant cavity and moving in, as we see MQ firing rockets back.
What?
Working.
What is that? That top...
What is...
I don't know what's going on there, mate. There's a bunch of boxes, there's a turret, there's a maze of doors and triangles. These door frames on the outside could be there like for peaks that they haven't finished, or it might just be for flare. I don't really know what's going on with this base exactly. I'd love to have a bit of an interview with the builder and see exactly what the force were behind this. They're just throwing C4 into the compound.
C4.
MQ are trolling, man. What is going on with this raid and this base? I have no idea what's happening. It just doesn't. Maybe they just know it's over for them. They know their base invaders evening is over, and they don't want to hand over these C4 to Euro. What are you doing, buddy? What is this? That is so many C4 as well.
They're just throwing away all their boom. I think you're right. I think they have just given up, and they are going to let them have the base. They might try and put up any kind of fight, but they're just wasting the boom at this point. And the inner Rust player in me, this hurts my heart, man. Holy. It does not seem to be a very sort of structured base looking for base invaders, as MQ tries to go up maybe to get more boom and gets beamed off the ladder.
What is going on, man? Oh, at least we found the first raid, and at least it was entertaining. What is this, man?
What was that?
I can't explain this really, but yeah, the assumption is MQ didn't quite finish preparing. They know it's over, and they're chucking stuff away for fun. I don't know, man, but yeah, Euro might be getting an easy TC, and this is what you want to see from this squad that's going to take the hard points early on. You want to see them get going, get some momentum, get a raid under their belt straight away. Take that 134 up to 174 with the TC, leaving Scam trailing behind in the dust. And that's definitely the idea here. And I think they've chosen a good base to do it with, because MQ seem a little bit unprepared for this.
To see more and more boom go up. It's only a matter of time before tossing more C4 at their own build too.
On his own door frame, man. Yeah, that door frame's coming down in a second.
God, man. MQ really just trying to waste their boom. He's got the rocket launcher out now. Wonder if we're going to see a little bit of a rocket PvP come out of MQ here.
I mean, did MQ sign up just to hand over 40 points to Euro? Is this, I mean, I'm not trying to throw accusations out here, but that's starting to be what this looks like a little bit. You know? They're not even trying. No, if that was the case, they'd be leaving the C4 in the boxes, wouldn't they, to help Euro along the lines tonight?
No, they would have left the doors open for Euro, giving them a nice beeline.
How many C4? We're getting towards like 60 C4 have just been chucked down.
There's so much C4 going out.
At least they've got a boat in the compound, right? Like, just for what?
Let's quick escape route. You never know, man.
Yeah, but they've walled the escape route off. It's just a boat in the compound with nowhere to ride it.
It's there for aesthetic, man. I don't know.
All we need now is for someone out of Euro or MQ to start fishing from this boat. That'd make this really picturesque scene for this raid, you know.
Just massive boom going off in the background. You just see one MQ member sitting there fishing. That'd be amazing. So many doors now being blown off the hinges as you have basically taken this base. And Heroes, I can still hear their C4 getting thrown.
No, man, we're getting towards 100 now. That's just ridiculous. Could we get a little high angle, see if there's any counters anywhere at all? If it's just Euroverse.
Garnucci now moving in, along with a little bit of yomp, but I think he's going to get taken out rather quickly.
Garnucci with the 74 points. 3 helicopters. And they've managed to get up to 74 points altogether. Maybe there was a bit of a glitch in that first heli. Maybe one of the boxes didn't exist, if you know what I mean. Like, it was just fake box. Yeah. I'm sure there's normally only 4. And they only got 24 points after that first heli, so... But yeah, that's if you get the 48, if you get the 12 boxes from the 3 helis, 12 times 5 is 60, so that's 60 points just off the helis. It's not bad, is it? That's like a raid and a half. Yeah, we do see him on 5th place with that.
I could be wrong, but I thought it was 3 points per box, and there were 5 boxes. But again, could be wrong. Euro now, it does look like they're just going to be continuously taking this base. We're going to see trapdoors get taken down, doors getting blown off the hinges, and it really is only a matter of time before this TC gets taken. This is going to be the first base down, and credit where credit is due. Well done to our producer for finding this. Grabbing this first raid off, and now we see rockets going up. We see a double door there at the top. More and more rockets going off. Now they are so close together, I'm wondering if we're going to maybe see a little bit of accidental suicide from maybe some accidental rocket use as more rockets get thrown up. See that door now getting taken down. Really, as I said before, it's only a matter of time before that is wrecked. Nothing behind that double door as much to his disappointment, probably. Yeah,
you're right, mate. Patrol helis are 3 points. Bradley crate is 3 points. Hackable crate is 10 points. Defending a raid up to 40 points. Destroying an enemy TC 40 points. Killing a player 1 point. So that does actually add a lot of kills to Garnucci that I thought were box points. They've actually managed to get heaps of kills. Now they are moving in, trying to do this counter. I mean, Euro still haven't found that TC. There is only 1 MQ player alive now. Can't see any other MQ players. Maybe they are just spawning elsewhere on the map. Maybe their beds have been destroyed. But Garnucci really wanted to take this TC. And if they do, it will change things in the future of tonight's event. Because, of course, Euro are on that top place. And if Garnucci managed to get this 40 points, they will be starting to catch up a little bit. They've done good so far with their headies, but can they do the rest of the base invaders meta, which is getting TC after TC after TC, and that's what we see. Our winners of any event, they're just it's just the team that can just get many TCs with lots of momentum throughout the raid phase.
I feel like it's very important for Euro to grab this TC right now, as we see Scam in 2nd place, only 3 points behind Euro, and I don't know how they made up that lead so quickly.
Must have just been doing loads of PvP elsewhere on the map.
Oh, rocket PvP.
These guys are jokers, man. Miss. Absolute jokers.
Get taken down. Rocket PvP fail.
Yeah, Garnucci are now in with 1 kill of the MQ team. Someone needs to get up to that top area and start going through that maze of doors at the top, I think, underneath those boxes. Maybe just lobbing C4 up into the sky like MQ were into that maze of boxes. That's why we haven't had the camera angle up there too high, because the TC might literally be in that weird little triangle maze on the rooftop underneath those boxes and turret. Just that really weird placement. Might just be a massive decoy.
Really quite seen a base so different from the that base like this. Of course, we are going to see now more and more C4 getting blown off the doors. They're going to be looking they're trying their best to find this DC, and they just can't find it. I feel like they've blown every door now, and they just can't seem to get it. But they're going to be continuously. We actually saw Garnucci there. Mr. Bean is going to be throwing down C4 themselves. We could see a potential steal here from them. I haven't seen very many Euro members in the past couple of seconds.
See Toxical there on the outside. Got Got Garnucci up on the top as well, so they're starting to maintain the height control. Looks like Garnucci do have that height. That does help a lot when it comes to maintaining control of a raid. But are they going to start going through these doors at the top? They're not. Some open doors there. Yeah. So they're doing something. Yeah. So there's something going on here, I reckon. That's what they're doing now, so they're going to start just blasting through the floors. That could be a good shout. We're not entirely sure exactly what's underneath this just yet, but we'll find out in a second. These boom boxes are very strangely placed. Not really sure what's going on here.
I'm really confused myself. I feel like they forgot to place roofs, so they just decided boxes were a solid substitute.
Mate, the Lord only knows what's going on in MQ's heads today. I really even can't begin to fathom what this space is all about.
I think all the members have logged at this point. I don't think they're online anymore.
Yeah, it's strange behavior. They might have just had all their spawn points taken out, but maybe they have just logged and given up. But it's not the best sportsmanlike behavior to just give up like that. Got to be coming. They should at least be coming back with rocks, trying to rock someone in the face. But Scam, look at the leaderboard. Scam have now overtaken Euro. Oh well, as I say that, Euro go back ahead. Euro actually shot ahead with like 7 points there, with a bit of a lag with their points. We actually saw that a month ago. There was a slight lag with points, and someone won in the final seconds. That was insane. But yeah, Scam must have been doing great PvP in this raid phase, and I don't think we haven't seen a TC taken out just yet. Where I was saying there's normally one in the first minute, but also what I was saying earlier on was these bases around the map did look pretty finished compared to normal. There's normally 1 or 2 bases that aren't really finished, and we've been in the sort of smallest, weirdest unfinished base for like 10, 15 minutes now, and we still haven't managed to find the TC yet.
I just can't seem to pinpoint it down. Could it be behind this final door here? Would be amazing, as I feel our producer put a little bit of emphasis on it. As we see it get taken down and lead to more door. And Euro now.
There is Euro on the roof, yeah, but I think he's dead already.
This could be a retake now, as we see more and more Euro members popping now onto the roof. It is a 3v1, only one Garnucci member left, and it looks like Euro is going to be taking back this raid. Could be a retake here from Euro. As they run around the base, looks like they're going to be throwing more boom onto the doors. You see med sticks, and unfortunately, Synthp was taken down by Scam, and we were unfortunately not able to see that first TC go down.
That'll be why Scam were getting so many points, because they were in the middle of a raid. Killing the counters, killing the defenders, and now they've got the TC. They're shot ahead of Euro, so Euro going to be desperate to regain control of this raid they started before Garnucci managed to find that TC. They're more than 40 points behind Scam as well, so Scam doing great with the kills to overtake Euro so much.
More. The last Garnucci member is going to take it down. 3 Euro members left. We see MQ. I think he just mini bombed into his base.
Go on, lad.
He goes down immediately.
Oh, nice try though. Nice try, NT in the chat. At least he's doing something. You said they're logged. I said that they need to come back with a rock at least, and they've been listening. They came back with a rock and a heli and died.
I heard that mini bounce off the top of his roof as he took fall damage. Oh, MQ has really just been humorous. We hear another mini coming in the background. It looks like it's talk school now. Or maybe another teammate coming in to back them up, as they just keep searching for this TC that they can't seem to find.
Have a look at the map and see if there's any other raids. If there's no other raids actually happening, yeah, there's 3 other raids. May as well see what else is going on. We'll see in the announcement. So yeah, now Garnucci have had to go home because Yomp. There we go. Euro just as we leave, the TC gets taken. So Yomp, the team that tried to take the Garnucci helicopter twice and failed, and now trying to get some sort of sweet revenge by raiding Garnucci. They managed to take down the outer wall, but they haven't quite gotten to the base fully yet. Here, talking of outer walls, this outer wall is absolutely shredded. Is this can you just look up a second? Is this Nor's base being attacked by Crazy Team?
I believe this is Crazy Team's base.
Yes, yeah. The other way around. This is Crazy Team getting attacked by Nor's and Sky G from 2 different angles. There's a big hole in the side here. Sky G got their beds out, and no one seemed managed to stop them or slow them down from their beds just yet. Nor's in the distance sending some shots. One Sky G player falls, but this hole on the side of the Sky G spawn is looking pretty big in the side of the Crazy Team's base. And still, obviously, no sign of a TC just yet, but, you know, big hole in the base. Doesn't need too much more to make that hole bigger. Just need to send a handful of rockets off or bring a big bunch of C4 and go through those foundations. We'll see which one they opt for.
Crazy Team in a tough situation here. They're getting pushed by two different teams. Two different teams have a lot of skill. You see SkyG now firing back on the roof as they look down from peaks. Crazy Team needs to hold down the space from two different teams, from both Nas and SkyG, and that's very hard to do with a 2v1 like that, 6-on-12. SkyG is now going to be moving in. See, it does look like they're going to be doing a platform raid where they're going to be hitting all of the foundations. That could be a viable solution instead of going through, say, all of the doors. That has been done a couple times in the past, but really that's a gamble, right? Because these platforms take way more boom than, say, doors. So really you have to luck out on that. Just finding TC like that on its own is Crazy Team again. Now looking for really anybody at this point. They're trying to look for gear. They're trying to get guns. They're trying to defend. As we see another member go down as SkyG continues that foundation raid.
Well, yeah, you could go through the entire foundation and leave these little 2x2s on the corner. And the TC could have been the 2x2 the whole time. So you could waste so much boom and time. When in actual fact, the TC can sometimes just be behind like 2 or 3 doors. But because it's not in an obvious place, you won't go there. 2x2s might just be bedrooms. They could be anything. We haven't been inside them yet. But just point being, yeah, you're right. Like, you can invest a lot into wiping foundations. And the TC could be standing in just the last little corner when... wouldn't even take that much to find it, as long as if you just knew where it was. But yeah, looking at this base, looks like they're about maybe 20% through the foundation, so it's quite a lot of the way to go if you want to start bringing this whole base down. But they seem pretty desperate to do it. Sky G sending rockets off still towards that corner. Another rocket launcher comes in. Looks like a couple kills happen there as well. 2 Sky G players fall, I think. It's quite a busy radar right now, though. It seems like there's a lot of players coming in from that angle. As we see, yeah, a handful of foundations gone, but still not enough to really mess up the stability of this base.
It does look like they're going to be trying to sort of continue this raid here. Foundation raid. We see Taplitos looking for rocket launcher and gear off of his buddy, and it does look like he's going to continue where his brothers have fallen. Let's see Crazy Team. Random letters now looking. He's going to see Taplitos, and he's going to go down immediately. 2 Crazy Team. It does look like they're gonna have a little bit of control now back over their bases. SkyG gets melted
from the skies. Yeah, SkyG gets knocked down from a G from the skies. What a G play. ST eliminated by Investors elsewhere on the map. That does put Investors into 5th place, but 75 points behind Euro and Scam, who are still back and forth for that 1st place spot, extremely close to each other. You know, they both got an early TC. They both had heaps of kills, but again, like, Scam weren't even sit on the hard point to start with, and they're still in 2nd place. Like, the hard point is not vital to winning Base Invaders, that's for sure. It's just a fun little addition, and as I said earlier on, we haven't seen a hard point winner manage to secure their victory yet, so it's definitely not a guaranteed victory at all. It just gives you a little boost to start off with, and you really have to back it up with that raiding, which Euro have done, so we might see a change to that rule tonight. Here we have TL heading in towards that beautiful black base we were looking at earlier on, the shipping container skins. And that is the base of Nihao, I think. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Is the base of Nihao. So you see TL performing the raid. As you see Nihao Bunny now trying to go for a little bit of a flank, but he gets taken down immediately. A little bit of a laggier area on our side. Nihao now looking for peaks in the compound. TL is going to be moving in. For anybody, he's going to see that member, he's going to get absolutely wrecked as TL continues to hold the compound down. Wow, it was a cool base design, but it feels like maybe drew in a little bit of attention due to the sort of that due to the building skins, possibly labeling them maybe as again, maybe a little bit of a target because of it. Now TL continues to move in, bursting through doors. And it does look like Nihao is in a lot of trouble here, but it doesn't stop them. They're going to keep raining down fire. This could be a third party from another team, as we see Mio get taken down. It's up to TL Paul on that side. but hello, haha. Appears to be trying to get up. So maybe a medkit in the inventory.
Go on, hello, haha. You can do it. You can stand up and fight for the
Get
team.
up.
Come on, my
Get
son. Get up. This is your last chance to fight for TL. You want to secure this raid and get the victory. You've got 20 rockets in your inventory. They need to meet those doors. They need to meet those walls. You need to get one step close to that TC so TL can actually be seen in the top 10. Go on, my son. Need a bit of support in it sometimes, then you can get stand back up. Or maybe they just got a medkit in the bar, like you said.
Always good for a little bit of motivation.
And he just gets domed!
That was a good moment, but we are going to be moving on from this raid to a possibly a little bit of a conflict. FT is going to be continuously raided now by the best. See Jack and Diego now moving in, making it that massive cavity in the side. We see F3 Shed firing back down on them from said cavity. FT, I'm English, and Spinanti now running in. I believe they're going to be going for that sort of inside flank as they run towards these teams, grabbing loot from boxes on the outside, possibly going out through the gatehouse. The best Jack now is going to be rocking up towards the gatehouse, possibly looking in through those open side doors. We are going to see Spinanti get taken down by Jack. And that was a feeble attempt of a flank as they continue this raid on this base.
Triple stack shooting floor. I mean, they can be good for defense, but once they get breached, it's a lot more to think about and a lot more angles for enemies to get in and maintain control. Does look like we're into an Advent style base around the edges there. You can see it in that honeycomb. There's doors, so TC might be behind one of many doors. Could be somewhere in the core as well. Sometimes these Advents are just a massive decoy, but here we have the best Tiago making a move into the base and found the beds. Are they going to get destroyed or ignored? It looks like they're going to get ignored as they just make it a little bit further and move down throughout this base. Many beds. There's beds on every layer. There's beds everywhere, man. They definitely don't want to run out of spawn points, do they?
Nope. We're going to see more and more C4 go off as the best continues. Jack grabbing another kill there, and now the spawn points are going to get hit by Diego with C4. They're going to be making sure that nobody can spawn, and I'm English goes down as we see him actually get the door closed, but not fast enough to stop Diego as he continues to C4 these things. Jack now on a 5-kill streak.
Go on, Jack. He's doing great. The best Diego and Jack just burst into this base, gained complete control. Every little chance they had to kill them, they've failed, and now they've just got an absolute ton of doors to take down before they even get close to where the TC might be. You know, I mean, there's a numbers game in these bases, and they've just got to get lucky early on or just play the time.
Absolutely, we are going to see now most of the best now moving into the base. We see FT Spinanti now probably spawning in a higher spawn point, and now they're going to start hitting these calendar wall doors. More and more boom going off in the background as I imagine they're going to make that cavity a little bit bigger. Maybe BLI looking for a possible sort of third party from their base we can see in the background, but more and more of these doors are going to get blown off. More and more of these inside doors thrown. It does look like it is doored and habited all the way through, as our producer pointed out.
I mean, Ian has been known to have a little bit of a hack when it comes to predicting a TC location, so maybe he's hacked this base a little bit. You got any ideas there, mate? You got starting to think where you might know where it might be?
No, Ian.
Tiago knows. I don't think he does, you know. I don't think anyone knows these bases, man. They could be anywhere. Oh, risky camera work. One step closer to getting the sack there, mate.
You see numb now.
So many doors, man. I would actually love to see a ban on this type of base, but like I'm not sure what the alternative is. And how you would phrase the ban, like how limit of doors or what? Like, I mean, I'm not sure.
We are going to see more mortars get blown. And according to our producer Diego, apparently has the producer blessing. He's going to be blowing more and more doors, possibly, as we are going to be focusing on him a little more as we see him start to rocket more doors. Now this advent calendar area is sort of, again, very annoying, very hard to deal with, and definitely a pain in the ass. But it does not look like he found the TC on that one. But another door there to the left. Could be seeing it, but he's going to be rocking through a floor now. So we see a lot of kill streaks now going up.
Yeah, Wawa's on a 5 kill streak. Scammer doing pretty good. If you can you TP to players still? Can you TP to Wawa? Is that possible? Or we can find one now. Oh yeah, because it's sketchy. Because they might be somewhere naughty or obvious. But I would love to see give Scam some camera time tonight. Because they've been doing so well catching up with Euro. Where is their raid or where is their PvP that they're up to right now? Nors, Sky G, attacking the crazy team base there. We got Rusky Midi being attacked by Scam. So here we do. We'll be able to give Scam some screen time as they make this raid. It doesn't look like there's a counter anywhere just yet. So Rusky Mir under the pummeling of Scam, but so far it just looks like they've taken down one wooden wall and they haven't really made a bit of a move into the base just yet. Loads of boxes and beds on this rooftop though, so easy respawns for Ruskimir when they try and defend against Scam. So far, not too much has happened yet.
Yeah, so far this isn't, I would say, going well for them, but at least on Scam's side, does look like they are going to be putting up quite a good defense though from the Ruskimir side. So we see them looking down from the door peaks and window peaks on Wawa. Here's Wawa again. He's going to be looking for possibly a kill. He's going to not take any damage there. There's more rockets flying to that cavity that they've opened up. Raining down from the roof. I feel like this is a pretty even fight so far. We're going to see more and more of that cavity get opened up. Raining down from the roof, again, it seems to be their play. Not really going from anywhere, using that cavity to their advantage. It feels like roof play is just their strategy as more and more of that boom gets thrown towards their base as we see Little Pick fighting from the covers, as well as Wawa now playing close to the doors as he moves in, looking for any Muskimir, but he, I believe, goes down to 9 health and is going to be running away to Medstim. I don't know how he didn't go down there.
He's just tough as old boots, this Wawa character, back up to 72 HP now, just on the other side of the wall from 2 Ruskimir players. We've got Ganja Wakashin and Yonaziko and Monolith. Now, can Wawa do the 1v3 as this door keeps opening and closing that gate one way? I mean, there is this big hole in the wooden fence as well, though, so is Wawa going to take a peek or not? It does take a little bit of a pre-fire spray, but I don't know if there's anyone in that direction. Getting a reload off. Will get taken down. Flanked by...
Anja.
Yeah.
Oh, wrecked as these 3 members try to go in on the Scam respawn point. 2 of them go down almost immediately, but Little Pig is going to be going into a close fire. So they both go down. Wreckfu and Little Pig, I believe, both go down to each other. Funny little trade.
There's a lot of damage for both teams here. They both lost a lot of players. Steek is the last one standing for Scam as far as I'm aware. Nihao look like they're moving in for a bit of a counter. One Scam player has respawned. I think there is a Scam respawn point right next to here, but this is a good chance for Nihao to try and take some control themselves. I wonder if they're going to build a spawn point here as well. It does look like they've put enough walls up to do so, so that might be the plan. But 1, 2, 3 Scam players standing, making their move back into the Ruskimir base, but most of Ruskimir have managed to respawn, considering this is actually their base location. But yeah, here we have the Nihao rockets starting as well. So Ruskimir dealing with 2 different teams attacking their base, and over on the distance, we've got Team Liquid moving in as well.
Absolutely, TL Team Liquid. Now moving in, Paul naked now, probably running to his teammate to get that body. TL Nation now moving in as well on the lower part of the hill towards Nihao. We're seeing a third party on top of a third party. From TL third partying Nihao and Nihao third partying Scam on the raid on Ruskimir. And I'm wondering if this little fight there will delay long enough for Scam to secure that raid. And we are going to be seeing a raid, I believe, on, is that Yomp space with the massive metal compound that I was talking about.
Yeah, well, Yomp tried to make a move into Garnucci earlier on, but you'll see that Garnucci are still standing, so I don't think the Yomp raid actually went that well for them. And now they're back in their own base, getting pushed by Euro. Another raid down here. We've got Team FT getting pushed by the best again. We have been here a little bit earlier on, and it looks like still got a bit of roof control, I think. Yeah,
I think this is
still
going rather well for FT, but it does look like the best is inside the base. I saw a couple names now floating around inside the metal, and I was right. Roof control maybe, but the best is now inside the entire compound.
Here the boom is getting sent still, though. But yeah, there's AKs lying around, there's bodies lying around, there's still a heap of doors to go through. Does look like the beds are still gone. Tiago did a good job getting those beds gone before alongside Jack. They're still standing. Nice little sneaky spot there to hang out, but you want to keep moving, Tiago. Plenty of doors to get through if you want to try and find this TC, mate.
Absolutely. I do see Jack now there at the top. They're just going to keep rocketing through doors, I feel like is their plan. They keep going through. I believe they're going to go through those two next. And really, we see more and more AK fire as FT tries to sort of take this base back, but so far it isn't going too well for them as the best continues to reign supreme on this base. Ooh, another door and another fail as Jack sends another rocket through those double doors, and not quite seeing that TC yet. And again, maybe our producer is right. Maybe Tiago will find it, as he said. But I feel like it's almost over for FT at this point. They're having a lot of trouble controlling. But as I say that, I believe Tiago just went down to FT. More and more C4 getting thrown.
Oh, Tiago's still here. Did someone die? Jack's still here, 100 HP as well. But there's FT. I'm English coming back in with an AK and some kits. They must have some sort of spawn point and loot available to them somewhere. Even if they have lost those beds on the inner core of the base, they had those beds on all 3 floors in the middle. Tiago took them out earlier on with C4s, and wherever they're coming from, they've still got some kit left to help them defend this. There's a random door opening in the middle. Is that FT? Yeah, it's FT with a... There's a little ladder down here. Maybe there's like some sort of spawn point with some kit back that way. We're not exactly sure, but they're still doing some sort of defense and does get a kill there. Does look like 2 FT players, yeah. Got someone ragdolling around in the sky. And yeah, FT have managed to clear out their base from the best. Now the best are going to move back in if they want to regain control. There's a raid up here by Airfield. It's looking like this is the Yomp and Euro, yeah, but now Gods are in this scene as well. Looks like there's a lot of Yomp players standing inside this base, so it's going to be pretty chaotic. We can find our way inside and see where this PvP is actually happening.
There's so many doors now getting blown up the hinges. Whose base is this?
This is the Yomp base, getting raided by Euro and countered by Gods, as far as we're aware from what we've seen so far. But right now it looks like Gods are more inside the base than Euro, but Yomp also filling up their own base themselves. Lots of peak points. Do see quite a few bedrooms and lockers lying around with windows and metal slats. There is an armored core down here.
It doesn't feel very similar to sort of that calendar wall that we usually see. Rather, it feels like this massive armored core in the middle that the TC may be hiding in, and that could be either... That's usually more of a disadvantage as it's less doors to go through and sort of a less area of search. And as I say that, Yomp goes down to Gods, as I believe that is another raid stolen. Stolen from Euro.
Yeah, and although Garnucci couldn't take that raid for themselves, they will be happy to lose those neighbors, those nuisance neighbors that kept on trying to steal helis and do a little raid of their own that did also fail. Rustoria still under attack by Scam that have managed to maintain their lead on Euro, but only by 2 points. Euro are going to be desperate to get a hold of a TC because they did so well in the start, getting that early TC and, of course, all the hardpoint points. But Scam doing great with their own PvP and raiding. They got 1 TC themselves as well to overtake Euro. And right now, Scam might be finding another TC soon. I mean, there is some secure doors there, some armored doors. Got a slat opening and closing. So there is someone behind it to the left. Is that a bedroom or was it a loot room or what? And I'm not sure why that door didn't get destroyed. I'm pretty sure there was 2 TCs in it. 2 TCs, C4s. How many TCs to blow through an armored door, mate? Oh, just two TCs, mate. Just
yeah, all good. Does look like another loot, or not a loot room, a spawn room. Dissect this base. I feel like again, this base sort of is gone to Scam, as we see Euro and Crazy Stream now neck and neck as Scam. Also, sort of in that area where the top 3 teams are 4 points in between each other. Euro at 256, Crazy Team at 258, and in first place, Scam with 259. As they look for this TC, any TC will now set a team far ahead of its competition. That's really what they're looking for right now as they continue to build these doors. As Scam moves into the base now, looking for that TC, hoping to find some kind of door. We see an armor door at the end there. That could be their next move there as we at this end. We see another armored door. Again, looking, this team, I believe, favored towards an armored compound rather than a calendar wall. And that could have been their downfall. We see 3 C4s, 4 C4s, so many C4s really just getting thrown there by Little Pick. That door, armored door there at the center as it goes off. Nothing much, unfortunately, as the floor gets dumped rather than the door, and now more C4 getting thrown. They really are just sort of going through C4, burning it through it as fast as possible. Little Pick accidentally drops down to throw a little bit more C4, but fortunately he is going to get out of there just in time, and that is a lot of dropped loot.
Yeah, that is I think they found the cache of loot right now.
To be like a little bit of a trying to despawn it as fast as possible. We see Steak now at 8 health there. He's gonna keep raiding though. Oh, empty room.
Empty box. Rescue Mir though, they are further down, so there's still spawn points or something down there, but he looked pretty naked, to be honest. I wonder if this is some sort of snaking maze of doors to get to the final TC room. We didn't see advent calendars in this base, so it might just be right down through all these different doors, getting one door further. Here's a jump up. There's another double. There's another armored double. It could be behind there, and that's why he's throwing free C4. You know, just in case if it is directly behind there, it will deal some damage after the first 2 C4s go off. Let's have a little look. Is it behind this door? Is it going to be another one to get through?
Third one goes down, and no.
Yeah, full circle. They came full circle. So. Oh, there is some advent. It's just not full advent. This base is not completely. It's in that. All right, it's been called. It's in that middle one up there. Let's have a little look. Yeah, it's been called. Ian, the producer, has called it. See if he can take his prediction ratio from 100% down to 50.
More and more boom now getting thrown. Okay, C4 now attaching to those doors. Let's see if he's right.
Let's see if he is right. On the right, is it on the right? It's not the right one.
On the right. And the C4s appear to have missed the door, so take the left. Oh, not behind.
Bad guess. Well, yeah, you said it was behind this one. You didn't say how far behind, so you know.
You know what? It's behind one of these doors. I feel like we should count it, but that door is going to go down immediately as well. Look behind us, and another door.
That is actually a better way of doing it than just all the doors facing inwards. It's more of a snake to get to. That one is empty there as well. Scam here, desperate to overtake Crazy Team, who are 1 point ahead, and if they can manage to get another TC on the board, that'll make Crazy Team trying pretty hard. But actually, that's worth pointing out that that's Crazy Team. They have just dropped down to second place, but that was Crazy Team in the first place for the first time. So far, it has just been Euro and Scam dominating that top 2 spot. The Crazy Team themselves, they must have been getting some good PvP in. And, yeah, Scam having a hard time. They're smashing through so many different doors, but they haven't managed to find it. We do have Ganja Babylon over there. Still alive. Can't see too many other Rustoria players around though, so it does look like Scammer managed to take pretty good control of this base. Just gotta smash through all these doors and see if they can locate that TC.
Absolutely, and there's got to be some worries on Scam's mind right now, such as, you know, there's only 50 minutes left in raid period, and they've blown through so much boom on this one base, and I'm wondering if they were able to replenish it using their supply. But it's possible that Riskim here, of course, was participating in raid maybe and had used a lot of their boom and C4, so they weren't able to replenish, and all of a sudden they can't. They don't have enough boom to keep raiding. is a couple of issues that they could be facing currently, and right now they really need to focus on getting that. They can't really be.
What are they, mate?
C4.
What's that?
Yeah. I believe it was a little bit of an accidental C4 throw. He maybe tried to hit a door or something. But C4 doesn't splash, mate. I don't know what you're doing there, but we'll pick
Fumble in
there.
the bag. They're probably running out of boom by this point as well, so that's not exactly ideal.
No.
Let's see, is anyone countering? We got TL around. We got Nihao around as well, actually.
Yeah.
TL are between Nihao and the base, so Nihao gonna have to get a canny few kills before they can make it up to the Rustoria base and start to counter this scam raid. If someone did manage to steal this raid off scam, it would be pretty annoying for them. That would send them, well, not send them, but maintain them in that second place, as Crazy Team are taking such a dominant lead. But we haven't seen a TC pop up from Crazy Team yet, so that must have been mostly kills they managed to get up to 285 points with. We'll get to check that out a little bit more at the end when we see more specific statistics about these teams. There goes a player out in the open, naked as well, and doesn't got anything in the pocket, so but there won't be a point, but also they won't be able to reloot and get back into the fight.
Absolutely. Now it looks like Nihao sort of made its way to the TL spawn point. TL looks like they want to be countering this raid, but right now they have to fight off Nihao, as it looks like TL getting that double kill as Nihao members are now getting finished. They aren't actively trying to make it towards that spawn platform, hopefully to get rid of it or possibly claim it as their own, grabbing those, or at least destroying the bags, placing their own beds, and then moving into the base, but they just can't seem to make it as TL, I feel like, is now turning around and possibly going to raid Nihao. So you hear more and more boom going off in the Rustoria base. We see massive cavities and holes and such, and so many doors gone as they just keep trying to find this TC, and they can't seem to find it. They keep blowing doors off, they keep wrecking through objects, anything they can get through, and they can't seem to find this TC, as we see Little Pick now running through this little hallway. Doors here, this could possibly be where TC is. Might be this door. Oh, and at least it's just a dead end. Dead end and a disappointment for Little Pick as they continue to find more and more doors. So many doors.
Yeah, I mean, is there any weird places it might be in this base? Because I think by the time they've found it, we'll find out that Scam have been scammed and they've been spending all this time on the advent calendar and the maze of doors in there that there might be somewhere a little bit silly that they've missed. It does sometimes happen, you know, you've got all these doors in the advent calendars and there's just in this one little corner of the base it's been ignored because it doesn't look like it's like meant for anything, and that's where the TC's been the whole time. Wara on a kill streak, 10 kill streak for Wara though. Wara's doing great up in this raid.
Off as we see TL now making their way into the base. Scam has to defend this raid as we see Steak go down. This could be a huge steal for TL as they start making their way through the door. Rustoria now aiming down sights, trying to find a peek onto Paul.
Fable.
Doesn't think he's going to
Fable
fire
got that kill?
Bullets.
No. Paul managed to get away with 40 HP, didn't he?
Scam members now having to respawn and hopefully move in as we see Monolith there.
What?
It does look like, I think that was a rocket suicide to get Paul.
My days. Suicide rocket there for Scam, but I mean, what it does is it clears out the TL boy.
Ooh, TL now moving in there, Rustoria.
Yeah. Who's got control of this? There's been so many back and forths now. Who's got control of this base? We've seen Scam had it, then TL move in and start to take Scam apart, then Scam kill themselves to get rid of the last little bit of TL, and then Rustoria come in, but there's a Scam player with looking pretty kitted, so maybe it's Scam back in control. This TC still not found. If Scam get it, they will only be 30 points ahead of Crazy Team. We've managed to shoot ahead in this leaderboard as well. Look at that, 310 points for Crazy Team. Euro, the guys who won the hard point in the attack phase, are only on 274 behind Scam and Crazy Team. Rustoria Rifu is looting up. A little bit of an overwatch from Fable there. Looks like they've got control of the inner peaks, at least from one angle, but Scam are still there, still making some boom sending noises.
Absolutely, so much boom going off right now as they continue to find this TC. Right now it's racing against the clock for both teams, racing against each other as they try and find this TC, as both Scam and TL are trying to find this, and they've just resorted to start blowing through walls instead of the doors as they were before. So much C4 now going out to hopefully get a cavity through this wall now. trying to find the TC at all costs, doing what they can, as they just can't seem to find it.
What
No
is that?
TC there.
Why are they blowing that wall when they can just see that room anyway?
Just can't seem to find it.
Scammer getting scammed right now, man.
Absolutely. Oh! Little Pit getting shot from the top as his body gets looted. More and more boom keeps going off as I believe TL and Scam continue to fight over this ruined base as they look for this TC quick 40 points so they can move on. But they just can't seem to find it. Paul, looking down from the peaks.
Fly around. See, is there anywhere else this TC could be?
Is it possible that it got put on the roof and they just haven't seemed to find it yet?
No, there's no roof. I mean, we have seen that before. We have seen it at TC behind like 2 doors on an armored rooftop. Meanwhile, people are just blasting through the insides when actually it's literally just behind 2 doors on the rooftop. But this rooftop doesn't look like it's got any spaces. Maybe coming out the shooting floor or something, there might be the odd little cupboard somewhere. But either way, I mean, all these dead bodies and flies and kits everywhere. And still no luck, but plenty of kill points for Scam. I mean, they're staying hot on the tail of Crazy Team, and they're staying ahead of Euro with all the kill points they're getting in this raid. However, they're not having any luck. Let's see, look, there's 2 more doors there. There's another huge snake of honeycomb that they've completely missed. So they've got a whole another wall to go through. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting towards another 15, 20 doors just behind those 2.
Of course,
a lot of work to do on that one and there too.
Those could just be the one sort of unlucky hallway that they unfortunately missed. The Scam, it looks like Scam is sort of really taking back the space as we see more and more TL members have to spawn outside. Scam continues to take this space. And now moving into the BLA base, I believe that is going to be a break for us as more and more boom starts to go off. Thank you for watching for right now. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned.
See you soon. Welcome back, everybody. We are back from the break, and whilst we were gone, Crazy Team get knocked out of the leaderboard by Norse. The team haven't really seen much of tonight, so that's going to be pretty annoying for them as they manage to claim that top spot, and they get taken out by someone that hasn't even been in the top 10 yet. Scam managing to take that first place back again. Euro hot on their tail. 16 points behind for Euro. There's not that much to go. Now, have Scam managed to find that TC that they were looking for early on? It doesn't look like they have. They'd be a little bit further ahead, I think. Euro themselves are trying to find a TC as well. Scam haven't got that TC yet, so they've still got some time to go. So, with Euro in a raid of their own, this could still go either way. The best are now in that top 3 as well themselves. We haven't seen too much of them tonight, but whatever they've been up to, they've been managing to get hold of a bunch of kills, and this is Garnucci. Easy Zoka. Garnucci, you know, they did well starting out, but now they're in 9th place, and they might be off the server soon as well, if Euro have got anything to say about that. Easy Zoka going to pick up that M2 and move up to the rooftop, but will get knocked straight out. It wasn't an M2, it was a Jackie! Oh, that's embarrassing for me. It's also, I mean, yeah. There was just, you know, so you're catching M2 from a certain angle. Like, I once shot, it's a true story, I once shot a baby cow with a sniper because I thought it was a rabbit. So, you know, you catch something from the wrong angle and you might make this small mistake. That's in real life.
And it does look like you're going to be continuing to descend through the space, trying to find that TC. We have 35 minutes and 47 seconds left in raid period, as we are sort of coming to that close as Euro continues this raid here. Garnucci. It does look like it is not going too well with Garnucci, as we don't see very many team members up. I imagine some spawn points are getting absolutely wrecked, and we are seeing a lot of that loot which was stored on the roof now getting wrecked by Euro and taken. As we do see, Euro has set up a large spawn point and is now holding it down from Garnucci as they try to make their way out there, probably looking for some loot, some spare gear, anything to really sort of take that thing. I think that he just tossed, yeah, I was wondering what that little play was, tossing some C4 to his teammate there. As Lucy continues this raise, they start to go down the middle part of the base, looking for the TC now.
Can be pretty good though when you got that sort of hexagon of triangles you can make with good splash damage. You can tend to just smash through from the top down. There might be something in the middle. See those other half walls as well. That's preventing a bit of further splash damage. So you may as well just try and get through that hexagon and see what is beneath. But there's, as we've also seen, you know, there's this whole maze of doors around the outside of this base as well. There's a lot of work to do to try and track down this TC. And that's what we see in base invaders these days. Once you gain control, it can be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. It can be 45 minutes until you actually find that TC once you've got control of the base. And sometimes someone will just sneak in and take it. I mean, the meta in these base designs is so different from in public servers.
And again, they are going to be continuing that raid down through the middle part. And it is something viable that we've seen before, obviously, where we'll sort of have these massive sort of amounts of calendar walls on the outside, whereas the TC was just hiding in this middle part all along. We've seen people blow through so much boom getting through calendar when the TC was just hidden only a couple levels deep in the middle. That does look like where they're going to be raiding first, but no sign of the TC yet as more and more doors. The entirety of the roof now getting shot off as Euro continues to hold it. We see some Garnucci members running around foraging for any kind of loot to keep them going, looking for AKs, looking for anything to fight back their base as Euro continues to hold down his base. Really isn't going well for Garnucci. I don't think they were expecting this, and now they've really lost it. A lot of doors getting taken off now by rocket splash damage. It does look like they've raided all the way down to the lower levels now and have started taking out a lot more doors.
Nice little sexy red AK skin on the floor there as well. These reds is getting shredded to pieces, but yeah, there's a lot of maze. There's a big maze of doors in the middle. There's a big maze of doors on the outside. Team Rocket's blasting off again. There, that's the Team Rocket AK.
Love me a little bit of Pokemon, but moving forward, more and more doors getting absolutely wrecked, and it does look like they're not even bothering with C4 at this point. They just keep rockets splashing through these doors. And again,
yeah, pretty sexy shot there, Ian. I like it. Looking up out of that gaping hole, getting penetrated by rockets. It's an excellent angle.
Here's again moving forward, trying to find that TC, maybe going a little bit faster. Scam, I believe, has still yet to find that TC in the other base as well. So at this point, Euro, if they find the TC before them, could blitz ahead into the lead and maybe find another raid before Scam can finish.
Yeah, it really has been back and forward between Scam and Euro. Euro get this TC, it'll put them only 10 points ahead of Scam, and Scam, you know, they're still in a raid themselves. You can still see their kill points going up. They're in the midst of some action, and it's taken them so long to find that TC in that raid. If no one's going to steal it from them, they probably will find it pretty soon. Garnucci on the radar. You got Lil Papiga, very low. Easy Zoka, pretty low health as well. They must be losing their base spawn points by now, possibly, and just coming back from out of bags. It's going to be pretty hard for them to do anything about stopping this Euro raid on them. MVB kill streak. They are dominating.
Absolutely, and more doors just keep getting blown off. A lot of these doors just keep going. They're going to keep hammering through. They're going to keep trying to find that TC. But again, they need to work quickly so that they can hop on another raid before it's too... it just isn't enough time in the raid phase left. Now, more and more doors, it does look like they've sort of resorted to start going through these advent calendar doors to hopefully find this TC rather than just blitzing through the middle like they were before. More and more of this base just keeps getting absolutely wrecked as they continue to keep going.
Yeah, so many. There must be at least like 60, 70 doors left in this base still. Could take a little while unless they get lucky. These ladders down from the top into the middle just show you how many layers of maze, triangle door maze are there. It's
There's Scam finally picking up that TC from Rescumir.
Yeah, that's big. That puts Euro 74 points behind now. Garnucci eliminated by Euro. So as I say, 74, quickly turn that to 34 because those extra 40 points for Euro. So it's still hot on the tail, but Scam doing good with that extra 34 points ahead. Lots more kills for them in their raid. There was a bit more countering, a bit more respawning. And there you have Sky G shooting up, but Sky G now 100 points behind Euro, even in third place. So chances are the first place will be taken by Scam or Euro. We've got 30 minutes left. It's probably going to be a case of out of those two top teams who can get another TC in this last portion of the event.
Continuing on, we are looking for another raid to go towards. As we see now the monkeys getting raided by gods. A little bit of a strange looking base on the top, but I do like the design a little bit. It looks reminds me of a little bit of but moving forward, they are going to be looking for anything here as they've landed on the top and have started top downing as you see them start to go through peaks, I believe. Now running through as monkeys regain roof control. That doesn't matter as Baba Yaga absolutely melts that man right through the cracks.
It's Baba Yaga on a 5-kill streak with that, but then taken down from the peak as well. That'll be El Sneaksy, 55 HP remaining as he gets a good trade. Baba Yaga falls, Mortadello hiding in the side, that little bit of the door maze. As you can see, those two bases around the dome gone. Those are the two raids we've seen recently. Scam and Euro successful. Osa, looking like they're getting raided by Investors right now. Quite a small base for Osa. It's not the biggest one we've seen on the map. It's only about 5-6 stories high, and outside of that main 5x5, just got one layer of advent. So it's big enough to keep people guessing and trying. Still a couple bigger ones, but there was that MQ base at the start was even smaller than this. Oh my god, I just had a flashback to those the C4 just getting chucked, the 100 C4 getting thrown on the floor in that first raid we saw. Crazy times. Yeah, I think Oster managed to defend Investors there. There's Purplu. Subscribe to Purplu on YouTube. You might want that one day catch my voice there too. Sometimes do a little bit of voiceover for Purpley, but it's rebranding right now. Checking out and check out his new brand, his Bigfootless new brand. I'm not on the channel right now.
More boom now going. Gods, they continue to take this space. Does look like taking a couple of seconds to heal up, regroup, and then start the boom again. 27 minutes and 35 seconds left in the raid phase as we continue going. Monkey Space is really under attack here from gods, as they may have roof control, but as we saw before, they keep getting beamed right out of their peaks. But I might have to use my words there again, as El Sneaksy takes down a member as he continues roaming around through his upward peaks. As they have roof control, so they have spawn points and loot and gear to keep grabbing from to stop this raid as they keep going. They're doing a wonderful job at raid defending as one Monkey's member drops down to try and get one, and I believe he does. God's members now having to move in from their spawn platform outside as they go through a small cavity using the ladders at the side of the wall to start going through these advent calendars. They really are doing the best that they can to find this TC.
Yeah, finding the TC is often the hardest part of any raid. You know, once you gaining control is only the first step. Maintaining control for the half hour it can take to find that TC is where it gets tricky. But last two big raids we saw from Scam and Euro, they did manage to maintain control for an extremely long time until they actually finally found that TC. Lots of building here. Very, very different to all the other bases we've seen tonight. Lots of different angles. Even some floor grates, maybe just for vision. And then there's also those ramps for shooting out. Pretty good build, this, actually. I like it a lot, but doesn't mean that people can't get inside. As we can see, people are inside, still chucking boom around inside this base.
Absolutely, more and more members keep falling down as Gods continues to take this base. Oh, we see more and more boom going off, and a lot of dead bodies start to pile up as they continue looking for this TC. Could be really on any of the levels. It could be in this middle area that I believe it's Mr. Kako is currently, or Coco, sorry, moving through this base now, trying to find this middle area. Or it could be in the advent calendar walls, as we saw before. 25 minutes left in raid phase. Time is ticking, and they need to find this TC. Gods isn't even on the top 10 on the leaderboard right now. This could propel them a little bit farther. This also could set up for an amazing third party for either Scam or Euro to go in. Gods goes and just puts his AK into that man's head as he continues going. Ooh. More and more members continue to go down. As God's Kev now looting bodies to hopefully continue his advent calendar raid.
Yeah, plenty more maze to go through, isn't there? There's still a lot left. Nice PvP still going on, though. Back and forth from team to team. AK headshots, some pretty close combat no scope as well. Should move over to the Scam base. Sky G look like they're giving Scam a go, and this could be a really good point. Like now, if Euro or Scam go for each other, this could change quite a bit. Now, especially if Euro came to the Scam base from the other side, that would stop Scam getting any raid points. But of course, you can get up to 40 points just from defending a raid. Let's see what Sky G are up to. If they take out the Scam top spot, that'll shoot them like over 300 points, but still behind Euro, and that would put Euro in first place.
Absolutely, Sky G. Ooh, Steak now running down from the roof onto the Sky G raid platform. I am wondering about the positioning of this raid platform, because I feel like if you got up on the roof of Scam, you could very easily rocket raid right through that platform. It'd be quite an easy one, I do believe. But, I could be wrong here, as more bullets there. You're going to have to rain back on fire as the first rocket then gets sent into the base, collapsing part of that wall. Some of the roof being exposed for Scam as more and more members, I believe, start to spawn both inside the compound, start to push up. We see and Wawa now on the flank towards the raid platform. There's Wawa going in to back up his members as we see some Sky G members go down. This raid could be over before it even starts as Wawa moves in. Do they have C4 to counter it? Wawa's going to take some damage there. Ivy, but he's going to pick up Ivy anyways. The members now having to forge for a loop quickly as Wawa and Burger move in. They're going to be looking for more kills as Wawa goes in now looking for members. He's absolutely tearing up as they go to the raid platform. Scam has taken it over, and they have killed the entire raid platform.
Nice. Really, really good push there from Scam. Just completely unrelenting in their push. They're just taking out player by player by player, and now nothing can threaten them. Sky G are gone. The beds are going. Scam are probably going to get some free loot from that as well. They'll probably be picking up some good boom. And, see, they might just 22 minutes left. They might be able to go use that boom to get another TC. It is possible. What the hell is that? Someone's been playing Snake on the Nokia 3310 whilst building this base. And
oh my god.
Was this Euro up on the Sky G base? Or is this... Yeah. This is Euro into the Sky G base. The Sky G Trying to take out Scam, but whilst that was going on, Euro managed to make it a big hold inside their base. And of course, if Scam didn't manage to take out SkyG might still be over on their base doing the attack. And big holes. Beds are falling already as Euro Ethereum's right in the middle of this base. And yet again, they've started to get control, but now it's just going to be a matter of maintaining control and working their way through the maze of doors. But no, there's barely a maze. Eliminated. So now Euro are only 12 points behind Scam.
Wow, what a turn of events for SkyG. They were just on top of Scam, getting a raid off when all of a sudden their raid platform gets destroyed. They spawn back at base to realize they are getting raided, and before they can really give it a shot to defend, their TC's gone, and it's over for them. Having to run. Investors and BLI, and I thought I saw a God member, but I could be wrong. Now moving into Osa's base. Investors and BLI are now fighting over this base, probably for a TC. We see the best moving into number 3 spot there. 281 points, very far behind both number 1 and number 2. It does look like they've blown through a fair amount of this base as they continue to look for this TC.
Just as Euro start to catch up with Scam, you know, they weren't too many points behind, but Scam are already getting more and more kills again. That might have been a delay on their defense points, I'm not sure, but they've shot ahead again. And I think that was defense points coming in last minute. So now they're 21 points ahead of Euro. So Euro going to have to get a TC or a heap of kills to catch up. And Scam, of course, they've got some extra boom from that raid defense. They're probably already doing a boom, but look at that. Some kills going round thick and fast. As Investors seem to be doing pretty good to maintain control of this bottom floor. Oh, that could be interesting. Looks like that might be armored. So quick 8 TC up there and see if the TC starts falling down for Osa. Elsewhere on the map, we got the head for FT getting a kill streak. And there's a lot of... there's a good bit of loot there, though. So what's in those bags, eh?
Absolutely. More and more of these stuff keeps going down as we see that is a loot room for Osa as they close that garage door. I am interested to see how they're going to hide their TC from Investors here as they continue to continuously sort of keep hitting these walls and keep booming as they now have access to the loot room. That garage door is now gone as they fire up the rocket, and the rocket PvP killing with splash damage. And down goes a member.
This could be pretty big for Investors. You know, that this is the armored core of this base, so it's quite likely that the TC's in this area. However, even if they get this TC, they're not even going to be hitting 400 points, and you need to be getting past 440 if you want to be getting in front of Scam. So Investors just playing for pride right now, trying to get another TC under their belt before the end of this event. Big opening up there, but still no TC to be seen. There's still a couple more armored doors, though. Looks like there might have been a spawn point behind that one as one player from Osa comes flying out and gets annihilated instantly by Purplu. Subscribe to Purplu. And we'll see this armored door get knocked down in a second as well. And this might be close to the TC. We'll have to just see a little bit further. There's also garage doors on either side as well. And there's 14 from Osa about to make a move in. But look at that, walking straight past them blind as a bat will be sprayed down and torn to shreds.
And a little bit of Rust physics kicking in at the end always makes me laugh as they continue to blow through the doors here, looking through the compound, try and find that TC. I'm wondering if they did start possibly in this compound room, or maybe they did something smart, like an advent calendar, possibly a snake door, as we see a loot room start to get opened up as Osa continues to try and sort of keep it, but I think he goes down almost immediately, and now we see that loot room that he was hiding in start to get taken down as more and more members continuously shoot. Trying to find that TC, continuing to lay down fire as more investor members continue to come up and help.
No,
and just there goes that loot room.
Just an open space.
More doors. I see, instead of going through doors, apparently they're favoring going through the wall now. Even though the door is open all the way there, we are going to see that ladder now go down from the wall getting destroyed, as well as we see Investors who go on a 5 kill streak, as well as the best on a kill streak as well. More and more C4 is going to get thrown up as I believe they now have access to the roof.
Yeah, I mean, I can see sunshine on the other side of that G door, so I'm guessing that is just the rooftop. That's my little sunshine's behind it. No, it is just outside. And plenty more advent calendars to go through, so they've been through that armored core where we thought there might be a TC, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't there, so chances are it is out in this honeycomb. and they're going to have to do the old search. Might be worth seeing if Scam or Euro are raiding somewhere else as well, you know. Investors, even if they do win that, they haven't got a chance to take that top spot, and we are heading into the last 17 minutes. So here we have Gods. Looks like Euro making that move into the Gods base. So far, they haven't even taken down the compound, though. Osa eliminated just as we disappear. They find the TC. I mean, sod's law, that's happened twice tonight, but, you know, Investors in third place. Pretty comfortable spot. They're looking good. They're looking sexy. 3 points ahead of the best. But, of course, nowhere near Scam and Euro, who are most likely going to, one of them going to win this event tonight. Only 12 points in it right now.
Absolutely. Scam with a little bit of a lead over Euro, but if Euro is able to pull off this win, but we see God triple moving.
Nice. That was a triple.
Gets absolutely wrecked off the flanks. As you see Trimoy try to do the same thing. Maybe it doesn't die so fast, but definitely isn't looking too good as they go back in to hopefully assert some cover fire, maybe lay down a couple more walls, because their raid platform isn't exactly defended all that great. They definitely moved up a little bit more, but somebody with a good flank all the way around against that raid platform, I feel like it's gone. But as I say that, the guy goes down. And more fire is getting laid down from the roof from Gauze, and Gauze is putting up great defense against Euro as more and more members move into the walls as they continue to lay down fire from the roof.
See, again, right, if parachutes were a thing, you could get in that heli, you could fly behind Euro, parachute down like some sort of, you know, lunatic, and get a flank on with the parachutes. You know, all the possibilities are going to be so fun when parachutes come in. I really hope they're not a blacklisted item for Base Invaders. It's going to be really, really good for clips and content to have parachutes in Base Invaders, I think. Scam on a kill streak elsewhere on the map. That's 444 points now for Scam. Euro doing their best to take this God's TC, but Scam still getting kills elsewhere. Currently 19 points ahead. No, sorry, 21 points ahead. So half a TC and 1 kill.
We did see that raid platform and all the loot get blown up there by Baba Yaga as the rockets and launcher goes down behind his body. It just looked like he threw them out on the rockets. The rockets are they're running in.
Oh, the one on the right might overtake the one on the left, and the rocket on the right does get stopped by the stone, and they all actually stall on the wall as well. It's a draw for the Rockets. None of them making it to the finish line, but there's a lot of loot there on the floor. Someone to go grab that and keep rocketing. I wonder why he did drop them. I wonder what was going on there.
Possibly trying to make sure that it didn't sort of get taken there, but I don't know. I don't know at this point. But
oh, come on, Coco. Make the push, finish the push. No, you can't do it. Leaving them on 16 HP, you can't quite finish the job. The headshots, the aim was just too good from Campepo.
Does look like the Euro on God's raid didn't exactly go as planned. 14 minutes, 15 seconds left. As FT is still getting raided, Scam has now shown up to help as the best continues to raid, as Scam is now trying to move in. We do see them throwing all kinds of boom at FT, and F2, I believe, is getting raided almost this entire event. And
maybe it stands for full-time, just full-time suffrage. They're just being had boom chucked at their base all of tonight. They found it hard to find a foothold, but throughout all of this, they have managed to get up to 231 points. Must have been plenty of defense points for them, as no one's found their TC just yet. But big holes in the side of their base. I'm English, looking pretty English up there. We got Jack as well on the far side from the best, making a move in with 2 other players from the best, Lennox and Pekka. Steak there on the right from Scam. Scam obviously desperate to get this TC and secure that first place, because Euro are in the middle of a raid themselves, and they might be finding a TC also and overtaking by about 20 points, because that does seem to be the steady distance between these 2 top teams right now. And if Euro do get that TC, that'll put them 20 points ahead instead of 20 points behind.
You're going to see Scam now starting to take down more of that stone compound, as we see one of the members laying down C4 to give them a little bit more room to work, as they have now blown a little bit of a cavity, and they steal the raid by Scam, grabbing the TC on the outside, propelling them to first place with 490 points left. 490 points with 12 minutes and 45 seconds left. Scam ran in and absolutely stole the raid from the best, as Nihao getting raided by TL.
I don't think Euro are going to be happy about that, but of course they're going to keep going wherever they are. Looks actually like Monkeys maybe started to raid their base. So Euro might be forced back home to defend, and it's looking so far like, I mean, it's 12 minutes to go. There's a few different things that can happen, but it is looking like Scam are going to take this victory. It does look pretty good for Euro though, having getting that early hard point lead. They've managed to stay in the top 3, which often the hardpoint winners will just slowly drift down to 5th, 6th, 7th, even lower place sometimes. But Euro have done great tonight to maintain the hardpoint at the start, and then also good raid momentum. Just Scam have been so good with their raids and also getting so many PvP kills whilst they've been at it. A little bit of carnage here as well outside the Nihao base. Have some colors changed? Have they done a paint job in the middle of tonight? Like, I swear this base was all black early on. Are they like just taking a breather at some point in this base when I was on the toilet or something to like recolor the walls? So it's just it's the random refixing or they sealed the base.
Wow. Yeah, it could be a color preference from maybe they were doing a little bit of repair. Maybe they felt like a little spruce up was due for their base. You know, make it feel a little bit more homey as Europe is now getting raided. But I think they've counted that pretty well, so we can see no other name tags go off. Moving over, Investors appears to be completely untouched and is sort of moving in on the best here. As we move in, does look like BLI is there as well. We've seen BLI a lot recently, but we haven't seen them get too many TCs or points or really much of anything there, as we see raid platforms start to get set down as the best continues to rain down fire from the roof. 10 minutes and 45 seconds left in raid. Scam ahead with 494 points, where Euro's at 449. What I feel like Euro needs to do right now is I feel like they need to turn around and start hitting Scam with a raid right now. Start raiding the best. Or not the best, sorry, or start raiding Scam at the top of the leaderboard as we see more and more PvP happen between Investors, the best, and BLI. So you can see 2 members there as BLI just didn't see it as Tiago is now rocketing from the roof. We see he is roof rocketing, and I believe words, yeah. Is that a spawn point, or is he just rocket PvPing? he is just rocket PvP. Hey, good for him. If it works, it works. Just saying.
I mean, it's not working because Moors is still full HP. Come on, Mears. Oh, Rocket's backward and forward. It's just gonna hit the floor again, isn't it? Go on, Tiago, get your gun out. Next time Mears peaks, I want to see a triple headshot. I want to see Mears drop. Mears is down to 47 HP from a different angle now. Now's Tiago's chance if he wants to get another rocket off, maybe finish the job. Rockets don't actually do as much damage on this server as they do on public, and that's just going to hit the wall again. Mears looking pretty clean. Kind of behind that, but...
I don't really know what his plan is there, but it does look like they've got solid control and are continuously defending this base. As we roll over to another one, we see Gods continue getting graded by Euro, and it just does not seem to be working out as Euro tries to find a different angle. Really,
I mean, Euro could secure the victory if they get this raid off quick. It's definitely possible. They get a handful of kills, get the raid off, then they could get a last-minute first place. But obviously, Scam will be elsewhere on the map themselves, trying to secure at least 1 more TC or at least a handful of kills. I don't think they can get more than 1 TC. They might get lucky in the last 8 minutes if they really smash through a base, or they go do a counter and steal a TC that's already halfway opened up too. But yeah, the rockets are coming down on the rooftop here from Euro. It's not quite managed to destroy those beds, but it was hitting pretty close to those beds. It might do something. Mr. Coco taking a peek there on the Lucy and Toxical. And Ethereum on another angle as well. Does manage to get triple down.
Absolutely, Mr. Coco and Kev now holding the roof as well as Euro continues to fire from the walls. As I believe that is a M2 possibly. That Kev is currently wielding. Tamori has more AK fire, flies back as rockets to get hit from multiple different angles as they continue to make that huge cavity. Gods really needs a flanker to go out right now and get behind Euro, hopefully hitting that platform. That cavity continues to get opened up. Euro continues to fire bullets, and they have yet to get inside the compound or even hit the stone walls. And as I say it, Ethereum, I believe is how you say that, is, I believe, C4ing those walls now so that they can get inside the compound. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left. Is this enough time for Euro to get in there and find TC?
Yeah, I mean, it's all down to luck, really. I mean, they might just find it blasting through this honeycomb. It might be on the other side, you know. They might spend 7 minutes blasting this honeycomb, and it is just on the other side. But they're doing pretty good. They're doing a good job of like shooting down the defenders when they peek on the rooftop. So I mean, like, they've definitely got the shots. They've got the capability to maintain control, but have they got the time to find a TC? Sometimes it takes 40 minutes to find one. Sometimes it takes 5. So it's all just going to be a matter of how lucky they get, really, and if they can use their brains to... God's eliminated by Euro. Oh, my days. There we have it. How lucky can they get? That was less than 5 minutes, I think, for that raid, and now they're only 1 point behind Scam. So that's really close.
Worst things that they can do right now is, unless they can get the raid off in less than 6 minutes and 40 seconds, really what they want to do is stay away from raiding Scam at all costs, because if they can't get the raid off, it will give Scam that raid defense points as they go into first place, which will propel them into first place. Scam cannot be raided right now, and that is what Euro knows, and that is what needs to happen. If Scam gets raided, they will win.
They could get countered, though. I mean, that might be a good game plan for Euro if they know where Scam are. They could go and counter that raid and get some kill points, possibly stealing a TC out of Scam's grip. Looks like one of the players from BLI is inside the Investors base doing some booming. It looks like it, yeah, but bang, 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 and I think Investors are going to come out on top. There we have it. Nerm taking down that solo invader.
Absolutely.
I wonder what Investors are going to do for the last 5 minutes.
5 minutes, 50 seconds. Investors 5th place with 318 points. Not exactly... little ducky door there. Not exactly a great spot to be in.
7 teams left, it looks like. 2 raids going on the map. Here we have the best being raided by Investors. There's Purpley on 10 HP, might be downed. Yeah, looks like Purpley's going to get finished off. Bye-bye, buddy. BLI, Scam in this area. Scam looking to get PvP kills. Maybe they're going to give up and trying to find the TC. It might actually... Sometimes it's better to like just know what's best to focus on as well. Because if you're focused on getting a TC that you're probably not going to find, you might be missing the opportunity to get a good 20 kill points in 5 minutes. It's not unheard of to get 22 kill points for your team in 5 minutes if you're near someone else's spawn point and they keep relooting. You just keep on shooting them down. 2 points in it right now between Scam and Euro. Very, very close. It's really just going to be a matter of who gets the most kills, and not sure if raiding is going to come into this final 4.5 minutes or so. It might be more down to kills.
Absolutely. We're going to see Moors continuously firing rockets, hopefully to get inside that compound. Maybe finding an early little fun TC would be great for the team currently, but odds of that aren't exactly great. We've seen it happen before, but he's just going to keep hitting rockets. Here comes Jack now outside of the compound. It does look like he's rocking up on Purpley now, who looks to be camping the door there as he holds the angle. The Jack going down to 24 health as Purpley goes in for the flank, getting a nasty kill. Right on to Jack. There's another member goes in to back him up. There's
one more raid starting off here. Monkeys and Euro. So, I mean, Euro really trying to find another TC here. I mean, imagine if they just get lucky again. They manage to choose the right angle, slash radar on the base, and they get the right angle of attack and find that TC within the honeycomb. Can't see... I haven't really got a full grasp of what kind of base this is. Can we just zoom in there and through that window and see if it's a honeycomb base? I mean, like with all the doors, please.
Does look like Euro has somehow managed to get in. He used the ladder to parkour through the window. I mean, good move by him as Monkeys take down Euro. As
MVP falls, yeah. 5-13 to 5-13. Scam and Euro. Scam just get one more point. What I'm saying, up to 5-14. 3 minutes 27 seconds left. There we are. Let's have a little look around this base. Yeah, it does look like it's going to be tricky to find a TC in the last 3 minutes here. You see, each of these doors up here is going to lead into a big snake of more doors. And more door. There's just always one more door. 3 minutes 5. Scam now 3 points ahead of Euro. What both teams need to be focusing on is being in a busy PvP area right now. No way.
Oh my God.
Way. Scrap PvP. You can just slash radar your way to the TC in less than a minute or two. What the hell is going on? That's it. Now Scam have got to get their own TC to come out on top. There's no way they can get 40 kills in the last 2 minutes 43 seconds. That is insane. Euro with the 2 raids at the end of the game. Look at them. they're laughing. They are those four lads are just they are laughing so much right now. They've managed to find 2 TCs in 10 minutes like that. That is unheard of. Shooting ahead of Scam.
What a lucky team. I can't believe that they just pulled that off. Holy. And now they're now running back to their base, and you can tell that Team VC is just filled with laughter as they realize that they have just pulled off something so lucky and so rare, and have propelled themselves into first place with 553 points, compared to Scam in second with 520. 1 minute and 50 seconds left. And one of the things that we talked about with Team Euro earlier, Bigfoot, was the fact that they were controlling hardpoint during attack phase, and they had those early points. And that, we said that there was gonna, or at least I said there was going to be, a large target on their back. And usually that the people who control the hardpoint during attack don't exactly usually make it to the top, but we immediately see the people who are controlling the hardpoint start taking first place.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's the first. Yeah, I think it's the first time I've seen that. I've seen someone come close once, but that's the first time we've seen the hardpoint winners take the raid lead as well. And there's, it's a hard fought battle. Like, hats off to them. It's been backwards and forwards with Scam all the way throughout tonight. And Scam had a really steady lead at one point, but Euro just didn't give up. And they can just go back to their base and do a few emotes right now, and they're still going to win, man. I can't see any way that Scam are going to catch up in this last 1 minute, 22 points to go. I mean, we might see an absolutely crazy upset, but it's so unlikely. They're actually getting raided. Oh, no, they're getting raided, so they could get the defense points last minute, but I don't think it's going to be long enough for them to get 25 points worth of defense. Really, really good night tonight. Really enjoyed this Base Invaders tonight. Once a month. Seems to be going pretty well so far. And we will be back next month for the next EU, but stick with us, because later today there will also be an NA event, of course.
So you are going to be seeing me again, I believe, followed with Kaz, my co-caster and boss. So that's always fun. And 20 seconds left in raid. Scam